morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne Crypto, thank you for booming in. Market's a bit red this morning, a bit of a bloodbath out there. We're going to be looking at the charts, looking at the farms, looking at the panorama and see where the gains are. I want to check out the vaults, the yield optimizers, the Atomites, the beefies, the auto farms, and more. I want to see where the gains are. I don't want to complain. I don't want to be scared. I want to see. There's always a gainer. There's always a gainer. Where are the gains? And we'll find it. Shout out to Manuel. Shout out to Ostel Gray, the rest of the boomers out there. Happy Monday. Hope you guys woke up early and are ready to go. You know, the champ was already out at the gym, 6:30, 7 a.m., pumping, doing the squats. I'm maintaining the squats, guys. I want to squat at least 3 times, well, 2-3 times a week. My schedule's for 3, but sometimes I do 2, but at least 3 times a week, squatting, some weight on your back. Make sure your legs are strong. Don't do all upper body workouts only. I want your roots to be strong. Okay, guys? Indeed. Stay grounded out there. Shout out to Herrera, Gray, the rest of the boomers out there. Let's go ahead and check out the mathematics over here on TradingView. A little bit of pressure under here. BTC there at 32. Sheesh. Let me pull this back up. 32,513. Technicals are reading sell. A low today of 31.7. We got some pressure here, guys. I mean, we for a moment things got exciting. We went over 40,000 momentarily. We looked like we were gonna break over the 41. We tested it for like an hour or two, and it all collapsed. Now I'm gonna go back to what I said before. I am ready and am prepared for a consolidation all summer, or even a bearish market for the rest of the summer. I've been saying this for a while. I mean, we've been on a downtrend ever since we dropped below 40,000. So let's go ahead and look at the charts. Yeah, let's look at the 6 months. And you can see, I mean, ever since May 13th, basically, it's been downwards. Now, we had this little pump right here, a higher high, but it may have been a fake out. Now, let's see if we go to a lower low. I mean, this is an important time. There's a strong possibility, and I've said this before, that we may dip into the 20,000s. Sheesh, we may even go below 20. Now, all that being said, I'm extremely bullish on BTC for the mid to long term, especially for the 2022 and beyond. I think BTC has major potential. And let's be honest, this is I won't say deflationary asset, but it's fixed supply. While they keep pumping money into the system and more money and more funny bunny, it's just a perfect storm for BTC. I mean, we're just patiently waiting out here. Listen, they may be a little bit of pressure. We may go into the 20s, even below 20, but we are ready. We have some dry powder, and we got a couple rounds left there in the chamber. Should it drop, we will attack and pick up more, okay? Right now, it seems to be, in the short term, if you're doing daily movements and you're worrying about things on a day-to-day, right now, what's hot is the USD, okay, in the short term, not long term, but right now in the short term. Let's look at what's booming and what's dooming. A lot of blood on the streets right now. People are retreating, taking gains, and, it is what it is. I mean, I'm seeing red all over the place here. I'm trying to find some greenery. But there's not much. I mean, 1 inch is up 5%. Shout out to 1 inch. Cardano is up against Ethereum and Binance, but Cardano is up down against the USD. Silver's up slightly. Matic against Binance, but there's only a handful here that's up. Nothing is up against the US dollar. You can see. So right now, that's what's trending. Right now, that's what people want. Even rooms dumping, bakery swap. There's a lot of blood on the street. You got cake at 13.70. Yee! Not looking good for the cakers out there. But, after being such a winner for us for such a long time, it sucks to see it down. Guys, you know the deal. Bitcoin is the leader. If Bitcoin goes down, things will follow. You got Bitcoin there at 32. Let me hit refresh here. It's looking bad. It's looking bad for the rest of the market. Now, again, this is for the short term, and we just got to buckle up and wait. I'm glad that we've consolidated most of our operating bag into stablecoins. And, that's kind of what we've been doing. There's some plays that we've been looking at But for the majority, it's been, stacking and packing these stables and continuing to gain APYs. That being said, where are the gains for stables right now? For some time now, let me go ahead and show you guys Adamant. I was talking to you guys about Addy, and I was a little bit upset about Addy last week. They had a DDoS attack and things were, the site was not working. I had, some bags there and some vaults, and I let you guys know that, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. They had DDoS 2 days in a row, and that was the same week that iron went down, and it would just rub me the wrong way. I'll be honest with you. So, I withdrew the majority of my value from Adamant late last week when things got back up. Actually, a mirror site was posted. And then I linked that into the comments for the boomers so that they could access their funds. And I accessed and, I dumped the majority. Now I'm still staking some Addy. And, now that it's back up, I'm looking around to see where the gains, and some of the gains are still there. I was in this Mimatic USDC. This thing has gone down a lot, but it's still quite favorable. The APY is 366, APR at 134. About 0.5% a day paid for, and 25% base APR from QI. And the APY, you can read the math over here. A lot of it is paid in auto Addy. Addy be paying in Wmatic, and I'm not mad at it. I'll be honest with you. The Wmatic APY for staking Addy is still like almost 1% a day. So, this is one that I was in for a while. The APY was wild, and I may jump back in. Now, this one is another one that has a wild APY and APR, QI, Mimatic. Now, if you guys don't know about Mimatic, that is a stable coin, okay? And then the QI is their governance token. Let me see here if I can find you what their price is. You can see their protocol. Yeah, their price is up here, 282, okay? 282. I've seen it, move around a lot, but if you pair that with, what was it? Mimatic, which is their stable, or no, USDC, you're earning, Mimatic, yeah, QI against Mimatic, which is their stable, there's some pretty chunky APYs. Okay, if you want to go a little bit, more conservative, you can pair up USDT with USDC. The APYs are not much. But, right now, I do see the value of staking stables, because the market right now, I mean, like, name me a crypto right now that is buy for the short term. I don't see it. I don't see it, not BTC, not Ether. And again, I'm extremely bullish on those coins for the mid to long term, but in the short run, there's still a possibility for them to go down further. Okay, what do you think about Banana? I like ApeSwap. They recently expanded into Polygon, I believe. I haven't tried it out, but I have on the BSC side. They're one of the few, if not the only platform that I know of on BSC right now where you can actually purchase Matic on the Binance side. So, it's interesting, but again, I'm not wilding out. I'm not, chasing it down. I'm just kind of hanging around, waiting for the moves, and I'm looking at what the best potential places for gains are, and it looks like it's pairing stable coins. Okay, if you want to get a little more aggressive, you could be there on Adamant. They're a young site. They've had DDoS attacks, and ultimately they rubbed me the wrong way last week, and I ended up pulling out a lot of capital out of that platform, but they're still up. There's a mirror site, and it seems like they're still working. I still have some value in the site, and it's still working. Okay, and you can check out the math. You know how it is, guys. Never put in more than you can afford to lose. That's the deal. So you can check out the math over here if you want to go safer. USDC, USDT LPs on Walt, DAI against USDC. A lot of the stables are all right here. Now, if you want to go a little more aggressive with a young stable platform, which is Mimatic, and that's paying more. But hey, we all saw what happened with Iron and Titan. It was booming for a while, and then there was a bank run, allegedly. I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue looking at these gains, these potential gains over here. Where is... What am I looking at here? Spooky. Now, I've been keeping an eye on Fantom and Spooky. This is their AMM, their automatic market maker, basically their pancake swap. It's currently at 466. You could stake the Boo token, which is their native token, single asset here, for about 93%. This token's done well. I mean, we've seen it go over $5, and I think we got in a little less than 3. It's doing all right. And, you know, I would expect everything to go down now that, you know, Bitcoin is under pressure. But it certainly has performed pretty well in the past 7 days. Let's go ahead and check out Fantom and Boo, FTM. Fantom over here at rank 91. They're at 26 cents. They're down like so many things are today. But look at their year to date. They're up 3,400%. So you can see their 180-day chart. They're down right now, and it looks like they're kind of, you know, testing lows just like everything else is. But, you know, if you guys have been using Polygon Matic in the past couple of weeks, you have experienced some congestion on the networks. And, you know, for such a young platform to already be coming across congestion issues, it's probably rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. And I have seen a lot of people migrating over to Fantom. It's moving faster. Obviously, there's not as many opportunities on the Fantom network right now, but there is some, specifically Tomb Finance, Spooky Swap. So, you know, I went and I got some Boo token, and I got a small bag, just a couple racks. And you can pair Boo with Fantom, and Beefy supports Fantom network, and they have a few vaults over there. So I saw that they have a little baby vault over here, Boo Fantom. Well, it's not so baby. There's 3.3 million in that vault, and they're offering an APY of around 500%, almost 0.5% a day. So I threw a little bag in there. You know, it's less than 2 racks, and I'll continue to look at it. And I think it was about 2 racks when I put it in. But, you know, the price of Boo and Fantom have gone down. Everything's gone down. Everything's gone down except the USD in the short term right now. But, you know, the USD is going down because its purchasing power is going down every day as well. I mean, just as evidence, look at the price of used cars. Look at the price of real estate. I mean, even the price of food has gone up. Gaming Max says, I tried OperaSwap, but it didn't work. Yeah, I had it up on my tab and I was looking at it, but I ultimately never got into it. So now I came across a new site called the Rugdock or Rugdock.io, and it ranks some of these websites. One thing I noticed is that, let me see, that Rugdock had OperaSwap rated as medium risk or something like that. And they had Spoon rated as high, which is interesting. So I just came across Rugdock, and they rate a lot of these farms. You know, you can see all the new ones. See High Risk, Zodiac, Poly Yield. A lot of these I've never even heard of. Most of them I haven't. And they're saying some are low risk, and you can search by Polygon and BSC. So let's go check out the Polygon ones right now. You can see that this one is a Bill Huang DeFi, you know, like, and then you can filter by risk, Poly Yield, Firebird, Polyorca, Tupac Finance, Bape Swap, 50 Cent Network. I mean, there's a lot of ones here that I've never heard of. And most of them seem low risk. I don't know. Some are saying high risk. I don't know. There's a lot of them. Austal Gray says Rugdock got a good rep for calling out potential rugs before they happen. Some folks thinks he rugs too, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I just came across this website, and, you know, it's interesting. So I'll leave it up. Hash Brown says Bitcoin to 20K. The bears are here. Liquidate the longs. Yeah, it's a possibility, Hash Brown. I've said it. It's a possibility. I do believe that we got to prepare ourselves for anything. 20K or maybe even below 20K. And that's for the short run, for the short term. I think that there's still, you know, I'm still bullish for the long term. But yeah, we got some pressure here, and things may go lower. I said it as soon as things became bearish and the bullish trend changed back in May, and we dropped under 40,000. I said, guys, buckle up. It may be, you know, the entire summer that we could consolidate and or go below 30, 20, even into the teens out here. So be ready for anything. continuing to look at where the gains could be found here. Let me look at, was it, I think Beefy. Yeah, Beefy. Let me switch over to Polygon. Beefy has some vaults that are worth looking at. Again, the trend right now is bearish. Okay, so you know, the token I guess to have is the stables, right? And let's go ahead and pull up Beefy Finance on the Polygon side, and we could search by total value locked. Okay, I'm just searching by total value locked so you could see what's going on. See, right now what's hot over there on Beefy, and this is the one I've seen that's the hottest, the DAI USDC USDT LP. This is a 3-pair. There's not such thing as a pair, but a 3-pair, but you know what I mean. There's 3 in this LP. There's 3 assets in this LP. There's only 2 to a pair. So what do you call 3? A threesome. I guess this is a threesome LP with DAI USDC and USDT. It pays 21% over there on Polygon. And this is using Curve. And Curve now supports Polygon. And if you don't know about Curve, they're a platform that supports stablecoin swaps. So if you're looking to swap your stable coins for lower fees, that's probably the place that you want to check out. So that's LP coin that's paired with 3 assets, DAI, USDC, and USDT, appears to be like, you know, where the money's at. Okay, you could compare it to the Mimatic when I was talking about that, but Mimatic is still a young stable coin, and you know, it doesn't have the reputation that DAI, USDC, and USDT have. So, you know, obviously that's probably why it's paying more at 30%. So, you know, you can look at that on Curve, or you could check out, you know, USDC against DAI and USDT, and they're paying more about 10%. But yeah, you know, as far as the stable, 21% there with that pairing the 3 of them, or, you know, grouping the 3 of those pairs. You could also check, well, we already checked Adamant, and then you can also check AutoFarm. AutoFarm has about the same deals. Slightly about their top vault is the same thing, DAI, USDC, USDT. So if you start searching by total value lock, you could see where the money goes. You could see where the flow, where's the money sitting? And you know, you got 23 million over there on that LP on AutoFarm, and then you got 27 million over here on the same LP on Beefy, and they're both the top one. So, you know, that's something to consider. It's paying 21 over here on Beefy and 20% on AutoFarm. And, you know, this is variable, so it's about the same. On Walt Finance, they also have the stable USDC, USDT at 15%. Do they have that on Beefy? No, they have it for Quick Swap. No, they got it right here. USDC against DT, Walt Finance, 12%. So it's a better deal over here on AutoFarm. So just shop around. You guys could see. But, you know, Beefy, AutoFarm, these yield optimizers, they've been around a little longer than, you know, Adamant, for instance. So for whatever that's worth, you know. But Adamant does have some pretty attractive deals. But, you know, those are newer stuff and, you know, higher risk and potentially higher return. So boom. So check that out. Let's talk about how I got clapped over the weekend. I didn't even talk about this in the video. So someone, I don't know who it was, one of you guys came into the chat on last week and was like, "Oh, champ, you know, safe dollars, the next one." So I left the tab up and I was like, "I don't know about it." And, you know, once the stream was over, I think on Friday or whatnot, I started reading into this, and it was a brand new farm. This thing was opening up that same day. And I was like, you know what? Let me give this thing a whirl and a swirl. I decided to get into this SDS and throw it on into the Safe Center to stake and earn safe dollars. Boy, was that a mistake. I'll be honest with you. It was probably one of the worst moves I've done in all time, because I bought SDS at $150, guys, and by Sunday it was at less than $10, and it dropped so fast that I wasn't even able to like even see, pay attention. I threw a little bag, but nevertheless, it was significant, and yeah, I lost my ass on that one, guys. I didn't even talk about this on the stream. It was whoever brought it up in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys. And that's the thing. I remember talking to someone offline. I was like, oh, someone told me in the chat. And he was like, oh, who in the chat? And I'm like, oh, I can't remember. He's like, oh, you can't remember? I don't know. Usually, if you could remember who it was that talked, I can't remember who it was that talked about it. So, maybe it was just a shill. But guys, you win some, you lose some. That's all I got to say, That's just the way it goes. So I got in at 150, and by the time I looked at it, it was like $8, and I was lucky enough, not even lucky, because forget about lucky. I was able to sell the rest of the bag around $18 or $19. So I lost 90% of my bag, guys. Complete, I lost my ass there. So just to show you, you don't always win. You don't always win. And it was something I got into that I didn't even talk about in the live stream. I wasn't even shilling it or nothing. I don't chill. You know the deal. And, I ended up jumping into something, and it is what it is, guys. What did I learn about it? Probably nothing. Just keeping more attention to the price because, things can go down quicker. I didn't look at it for like 12 hours and it went down. Now, if I could do it all over again, would I go into it? Probably not. But, sometimes things work. So I probably do the same thing. What I've learned is that when you jump into any of these things, you got to make sure you manage your risk. It's okay to test things out. Okay. And in fact, it's probably a good thing to test most things out because you never know what'll pop off. But also, on the other hand, you gotta, mitigate your risk out here because it can it can get stormy out there. Sounds like Wex Poly. It wasn't as bad as Wex Poly, guys' life. I didn't really get clapped on Wex Poly. I got into Wex Poly. I farmed it for a little bit on Adamant, and then I pulled it all out because Addy was acting funny bunny. And I think a few days later, the price started going down. So, some are up, some are down, guys. I mean, I don't always win either, But yeah, this safe dollar thing, what a piece of shit. Honestly. So whoever shilled that in the box, thank you very much. I got clapped. 90% loss. I don't even remember the last time something like that happened to the champ, But hey, whatever. I can't cry. Like I said before, guys, this is crypto. If you haven't lost an arm and a leg, if you haven't gotten into a play and gotten completely clapped, then you can't call yourself a crypto maniac. And you probably don't deserve the big gains either. So, it is what it is. I'm not out here complaining. I'm just calling for what it is. All right, guys, take a few more comments and questions and keep this one brief. Shout out to Guys Life, Austell Gray, and the rest of the boomers out there in the population of the chat box. I'm looking there at Adamant. Some of the more riskier ones could be Q against Mimatic or Mimatic against USDC. And then you can go over to Beefy, look at the LP pairs from Curve, as well as Auto Farm. But that's about it for now. It looks like it's all about stables and waiting because I do agree with the gentleman in the chat. I mean, we could be going into the $20,000 range with BTC. So you know how that goes. It may get even more bearish from here. So hopefully you guys have locked in your gains from the bull run that occurred the entire year. If you haven't locked in gains, I don't know what else to say. We obviously did it a while ago. And we're going to be patient. Obviously, we're still trying out plays or whatnot, but we're not going to be as risk on as we were earlier during the year. But things will change. This thing is cyclical, so things will change. There's peaks and there's valleys. And I do expect after the summer for things to warm up. And maybe we have to wait till the new year. But that's not that long away, guys. That's not that long away. We had almost 6 months of a bull run here with BTC. If we got to wait another 6 months here consolidated at 20 or 30,000, I receive it. I'm okay with it. And maybe we can go for a second leg on the bull run later on this year, early next year. On that note, guys, I'm out of here. Stay strong. Shout out to Guys Life. Shout out to Austell Gray, guys. And then again, the platforms I'm looking at, Adamant, Beefy on all chains, Fantom Network, Spooky Swap. Okay, Boo token against Fantom is all right. And what else? And then, of course, where the money seems to be flowing is into the Curve LPs, the USDC, USDT. Which one was it? The one with 3. DAI USDC, USDT, the one on Curve. And here it is on, it's this one right here. It's 21%, and you can use Curve on that one. And that's what's up, guys. And, you know, we'll continue to look at the potential moves and see if things change, but we're going to be patient. Listen, we were in the Bitcoin waiting room for literally years. Every day we'd be here, and sometimes, I mean, there was nothing to talk about. Everything was so bearish. You know, we had to get into fitness for a little while, but, you know, we're crypto maniacs, and we are always looking at the market, and we have to be patient sometimes here in the trenches. And that appears to be what the play is for now. Just patience, maybe some stable coins. And we look at a couple shit farms here and there, but I don't want to, you know, get too heavy on them. I may get clapped like I did on whatever, Safe Dollar. And then one of the crypto maniacs told me, he's like, we should have known. Don't get into anything that's in crypto that's called safe. And I'm like, oh, how about Safe Moon? He's like, and that was it. You know, so I don't know. I think I could have avoided that. You know, you got to lose some. I mean, even Jordan lost games. Even Bron loses games sometimes, guys. It's all right. And on that note, I'm out of here. Shout out to Guy's Life, Alsto Gray, the rest of the boomers. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay strong out there, guys. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest.